Free-to-play 2025, how does it compare to free-to-play 2024? Is it easier to be a free-to-play player or is it harder? We're on level 61. I'm assuming that we'll reach full potential by level 65 when we'll be able to activate the emblems. Remember, we're not activating the emblems because if we go to the, no, not here, if we go to the emblem mission, these are the missions, same icon, and you go down to the emblem refresh, then you can do a refresh in the emblem store. This is a good thing. This is the refresh, okay? And then you get the mission XP. And given that I still want to access purchasing, for example, the Spring of Immortality would be excellent. And although I don't have enough of these soul stones, although I could very easily get it, because there is a sound of the horns after I think level 60, and in this specific case you can purchase this. Or the other option, if you're short on this, then you have this trial event. I've already completed some of these things, not all, and I think that there it is, this one, 420. I'm not saying this is optimal spending, but if you badly need one orange emblem, then why not? So this is one option. The value of this is, I don't think it's optimal. You would rather go here or here. Although that's debatable, because 1400 divided by 14 is like 100 diamonds worth of stuff. And this can be acquired for 90. This can be acquired for, I think, 70 or 80. So it's debatable. Maybe that's a better value, who knows. But one thing I would definitely recommend is you go down all the way to here. For Astro Silver, it's 880. Divided by 10 is 88. 88 multiplied by 8 is 640 plus 64. So it's altogether 700, approximately 700 diamonds worth of stuff. And this is significantly better value, because if you divide the 700 by 4, then you see it's 175 diamonds per 20, and the other ones cost 20 as well. So I think it's the Astro Silver that you collect most of the time. So anyway, this is one thing that given that I'm a free-to-play player here, I don't have to care about power, and for this reason I'm not activating the emblems. What does this imply? That power wise I'm 90,000 behind everyone else who activated it, because everyone activates it. So in reality it's 1,010,000. And I'm around like position 16. Yesterday I was in position 16, so today I fell back to position 17. And this is another free-to-play player, so I know that more or less I'm like where I'm supposed to be. So that's the new update. And are we better off or are we worse off? And I'm arguing that we're worse off than last year, significantly worse off. So as free-to-play, you have a harder time. Why? Look at the heroes, for example. I'm 43rd. And hero attack, hero defense, look at the numbers. My other account, which is not that good in terms of heroes, you see, instead of 328, 576 and 280 something, 347. Why is that? Very simple. You go to store and monthly card store, this one. This only thing that is accessible for $5 a month. This changed everything. Previously we had the gold keys that no one ever purchased, the Astro Silver that everyone purchased, the hero tokens that everyone purchased, and the Dragon Blood that no one purchased, or almost no one. Fine. But lately they have added some new things in here. For example, you can get a Zeus for 30 times 50, which is like 1500 diamonds, you get extra hero attack, hero defense. I don't recommend this one. I recommend this. In 15 days you get a second generation hero. In 15 days you get an elite hero. That's big. And this is why I cannot compete. So if this wasn't enough, then in 4 weeks, in fact, so on Sunday, on the 3rd Sunday of the game, which means like first week there is Saturday, Sunday, right? So and you can purchase because the refresh is on Sunday. So you purchase the Polyphemus tokens on Saturday, then on Sunday, and then every Sunday afterwards. So Sunday is day 4, day 11, and then day 18. On day 18 you get 2 champion units. Just think about that. It costs some diamonds, yes, but 2400 for a champion unit, like come on. And this is why you can see that we don't have a chance. I'm just coasting somewhere in like position between 11 and 20. Now I'm 20th. It's the same reward, 11 to 20. It's fine. And I just cannot get to the top 10. Because, yeah, well, there are paid heroes, fine. But Gem and all these other people, like here, for example, Zeron, many of them are using these extra heroes. And let's see just the units. There you go, the defensive champion. The defensive champion and the Wyvern. Does he have the Wyvern? Yeah, of course. Why not? Blade Ashes. Well, he just has some Divine Heralds and champions. Badly mixed, but anyway. There you go, both of the units. In fact, he also has this unit. I don't know why, because it's just an SSR unit, but fine. Let's see this one. It's just a mixture of a lot of units. Fine. So, you know, if you're not free to play, you have basically every single week you can get Commanders, Champions, Divine Herald, almost every week, not just on Covenant events. And on top of that, you have the Sunday shop where you can get even more Commanders, Champions for real money. And this is why we're not standing a chance. So out of 10 people, I think like 3, 4, 5 get the extra champions, and it takes time until we grind them down so that they become worse than our units. It takes quite a lot of time. And after about a month of playing, you just don't stand a chance. You just cannot get to the top whatever. Yeah, I made a mistake with the other screen. So you just cannot get to the top 10. It's just way out of league. Way out of league. And this is the main reason why it's harder to be a VIP 0 player. Obviously, when you just, the best hero that you have is Gelu. You don't even have any elite hero, generation 2 hero, anyone. It's harder. Now, it could be easier if you have 3rd generation hero tokens on week 1. Or 3.5 generation hero tokens, even better. Sooner or later it's gonna be more abundant. And if you start on that week, that neutralizes the opponent's edge big time, but you still don't have the Wyvern. You cannot get everything. The other issue is masteries. You know, I refresh every day, and this is the best I've gotten so far. It may take months until I get a good enough 4 set. So these are the main issues with free to play. And it takes a long time. Eventually we're gonna end up in top 10, potentially on top 5, unless I quit earlier. Because it might happen that I quit earlier. And then you coast, you complete missions. For example, you go and donate gear technology, that's fine. So number of donation 11, fine. Then you level up sooner or later, I don't know when. So level and underground. Yeah, given that I won't be able to complete the underground, I might just get 120 of these. And I'll finish some of the levels. Like, I'm getting some units as well, so That's not bad. Sweep one more time. And go for gold obviously. So now we got to level 62. Fine. But did anything change? Well, theoretically, not much. Now I think this thing is unlocked. And I think either an underground is unlocked or an overworld event. I think it's just an underground. But other than that, not much changed. I just wanted to show you that once we get to level 62, we will get some increase in power, which is fine. And we're getting the gold unlocked sooner or later, but we don't know for which units yet. Because for some, for example, for this one, it could be that the requirement is 63. Not necessarily for this one, but for some, the requirement is 63. And you get the resource and you don't get anything. By the way, just getting 1 energy purchase a day, and this is the absolute maximum. The problem with the 1 energy purchase is that, okay, fine, we just reached level 62, but we're lagging behind big time. And the top 10 is gonna purchase a lot more energy, which means that it's even harder to get to the top 10. It's even harder. I remember in 2024 Summer Festival, basically by the time the Summer Festival hit, we were already in the top 10. And it was around like level 65 territory. And it's not impossible that we're gonna get to the top 10 around level 65. But you see that it's quite far. Now we're 15th, I think. Oh no, 16th, but getting really close to 15th. And this is where it would cost as a free-to-play player. And to get to number 10, it's really hard. You see like 63, 65, 63, 65, and so on. The gap is gonna get closer and closer as people even out, because you get more, you need more and more energy and XP for leveling up. But it's still it's a worse deal than it usually is at the beginning. But then there is another interesting thing that makes the game even slower. So it's significantly slower than it used to be, because if you look at my inventory, based on the changes in gameplay, I'm forced to hoard a lot of things. I'm forced to hoard, for example, commander and champion tokens, because I could have gotten 20 more commander tokens last week in the event. But at the same time, I was like, okay, what's the point? I'm not spending diamonds except if it's cumulative spending, because I have to be frugal with my diamonds. I'm not gonna earn anything anyway. And I'm hoarding this, the deluxe sets, the red emblems, these I have to hoard. Dream catchers because you need 200 plus, treasure hunt and divination vouchers, same thing. And I'm also hoarding some other things like covenants, just in case there was a Vidomina event. And this makes things a lot harder. This makes things a lot slower as well, because what do others do? They have enough sources of diamonds to both do the cumulative spending as many times as I do, and take care of their accounts. And I cannot take care of my account. For example, in roster, I never unlocked any 200 diamond slots yet, because I'm looking for cumulative spending opportunities, which is not gonna happen this week. It's gonna happen in 2 weeks, you know. And then I upgrade roster, fine, and I don't even have that many units, because a lot of people have extra units that they purchase from the store for roster as well. So that's a difficulty. I think some new rosters are unlocked, by the way, which makes us a bit better off. I'll soon show you why. So first I'll activate all these rosters, and this is when those disadvantages that used to be disadvantages just get neutralized. Okay, this doesn't matter because we don't have fortress. Cough, same thing, but I still activate them. So this is when things get neutralized, because some new roster will get unlocked. The unions, yeah, they are already unlocked. So usually you target 3 unions. I'm playing live, and I'm playing the other 2 that you can see from the game. And then let's see where they are. Champion. I think it was Mundo, but it's really hard to scroll. I mean, it's extremely hard to scroll, both with finger and with mouse. There you go. Okay, so the issue is the following. You go to a unit that you want to max out, for example Mundo, relevance, and then you check Rampart, offensive champion, that's fine. Life Union, Order Union. That's why I'm adding Order Union, because this unit benefits from Order Union. Not from heroes, these are lower level heroes, except for Kira, Josephine, Labetta a bit later, Corita a bit later. Anyway. So altogether we're worse off. We're significantly worse off than in 2024 because of lack of options. Right now the game has shifted towards favoring some spending. Another issue that has been there even before, and it's there as well now, is Duel of Champions. You have 3 options, not 6 anymore, only 3. So this means that you won't be able to get to the top 10 for a while. Those who have 1300 plus, well, they wake up early, so it's possible to get 1300, but they will not end up in top 10. So these are the difficulties. That's the tough life of a VIP 0, and it will go on for a while. We'll see when I retire this account, but with respect to the other account, you see a direct comparison. It doesn't matter if I choose life here and chaos there, because the units are really weak at the moment. So if you check out the fight between the 2, it's not even close at all. Where is the other account? I'm sure that we're friends. Here it is. Undertaker. If we duel, and that's a 3rd place account, by the way, and it's not even close. So you're either 3rd or 20th, and I survived 30 seconds. And even though I prioritize that other account, it's not even close. So right now it's 4th in terms of power. I don't know what's going on with Nimving. It keeps on improving, but not in the arena. For some reason he's not even in the top 10 of the arena. He just doesn't care about that. And obviously level 65 is a huge power creep for both accounts, so you need to reach level 65, you see. But as soon as I reach level 65, I'll go back to 3rd place with this other account. That's the difference. So I keep a way ahead, way behind 3rd place situation, or 21st, or rather 15th, you see, and I'm not even in the top 10. That's the difference with spending. And if you have like VIP 11s and 10s and 12s and all these like high VIPs that I'm used to, then they are gonna be ahead for a while until their neutral units, for example Yorogumo, wear off, because neutral don't get that much this thing as well. And then they will, and their hero, they will lose value, and you will then have a chance of beating them. That's what's gonna happen sometime later. So it's not easy to be a VIP 0 at all. It's harder than it was 1 year ago. It's still playable. It's just you play for 1 month and like 20th place like in Noverland, just to unlock player versus environment content, and sometime like in a couple of months you'll be able to maybe compete or not. And that's not a big promise. Obviously most people spend at least like $12 or something. Oh, and there is one more disadvantage. I almost forgot that. The other disadvantage of this thing is that if you go to special, so first of all, for bigger spenders there are more diamonds available, another 100,000 diamonds. It's kind of expensive, but some people buy it. The other problem is that there are more contracts. You can only see one contract, but now there is treasure hunt contract, divination contract, and also dreamcatcher contract. That's the new thing. Dreamcatcher, it's not even available in the game yet, but it gives you a 9 to 10% extra, depending on how you view it, on the items that you purchase. And that's a big thing as well. So that's why it's tough to be a low VIP, tougher than it used to be. There are so many things. When I got started initially last year, there was no Astro contract at all. The only thing you had access to is treasure hunt contract and divination contract. And then they figured out, okay, let's make some money with Astro contract as well, because the players like it, it's theoretically infinite value. And then let's make some money with dream catchers, and it's another diamonds thing that matters less than let's say treasure hunt and divination, but let's also offer that contract. And then you figure out that $50 or almost 60 euros worth of stuff are just based on contracts. What I would recommend is unlock, let's say, a 20% discount on all contracts. So let's say, for example, $39.99 or something, and then all contracts bundled, and you get all of them in advance, because eventually people will buy it anyway. So this is the new thing, and it makes things even harder. You see, Growth Fund 2, you don't need to play well with your diamonds. You don't need to preserve your diamonds for a while, because it's basically 2 cumulative spending worth of diamonds altogether. Just think about that. So is it easier or is it harder for you to be a VIP 0? Write it in the comments. I think it's harder. You can argue with it.